Welcome to Mobile Masterpiece Theatre. For nearly 30 years, we've been proud to provide the energy that helps public television run.
For an actor, King Lear is one of the most difficult roles in all of Shakespeare. For one thing, it's terribly demanding physically. Yet it's a role for an old man, ideally a very old man, a man on the verge of senility. By the time an actor is old enough to play Lear persuasively, his physical powers have inevitably declined. Tonight you'll see Ian Holm in the role. He was 66 when he first played this Lear in 1997 at London's Royal National Theatre, and he played it with astonishing energy, even managing to shock some in the audience by playing one scene in the nude. Faithful to Shakespeare's direction, that Lear tear off his clothes during a violent storm. What you'll see tonight is a television adaptation of that production. Shakespeare's tragedies are always about great men with human weaknesses that destroy them and almost everybody around them. Spotting the fatal flaws of this willful old king I leave to you. But for those unfamiliar with King Lear, I should probably tell you that it contains parallel stories of two aging parents, Lear and his old friend, the Duke of Gloucester. Lear has 3 daughters. Their names, Regan, Goneril, and Cordelia. Gloucester has 2 sons, and the similarity of their names, Edgar and Edmund, can be confusing if you're seeing King Lear for the first time. The dangerous one is Edmund. You'll see him at the very beginning forging a document to ruin his brother. Whatever Shakespeare's reasons for leaving them out, no mothers are present. The action begins with the king announcing that he's decided to give up his power and divide the kingdom equally among his 3 daughters. First, however, each will have to tell him how much she loves him. King Lear.
It did always seem so to us. But now, in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most, for their qualities are so weighed that curiosity in neither can make choice of either's moiety.
Is not this your son, my lord?
His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I've so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I'm braced to it.
I cannot conceive you.
So this young fellow's mother could, whereupon she grew round-wombed and had indeed set a son for her cradle ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have a son, sir, by order of law, who yet is no dearer in my account.
Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Why, bastard? Wherefore base, when my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true as honest madam's issue?
Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund?
No, my lord.
My Lord of Kent. Remember him hereafter as my honourable friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you and sue to know you better.
Sir, I shall study deserving.
He hath been out 9 years, and away he shall again. The king is coming.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my lord.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there! Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom. And 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburthened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you, our no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers. The future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interest of territory, cares of state, which of you shall we say doth love us most? That we our largest bounty may extend, when nature doth with merit challenge. Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare. No less than life with grace, health, beauty, honor. As much as child e'er loved, or father found. A love that makes breath poor and speech unable. Beyond all manner of so much, I love you.
Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champaigns riched, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says our second daughter? Our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall, speak.
I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love, only she comes too short. That I profess myself an enemy to all other joys which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness' love.
To thee and thine hereditary ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now our joy, although the last, not least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty, according to my bond. No more, no less.
How, Cordelia, mend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortunes.
My lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as our right fit, obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters to love my father all.
But goes thy heart with this?
Aye, my good lord.
So young and so untender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so! Thy truth then be thy dower! For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever!
Good, my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence and avoid my sight. So be my grave, my peace, as here I give her father's heart from her. Call France. Upstairs! Call Burgundy. Cornwall and Albany with my two daughters' dowers. This third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourself, by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turn. Only we still retain the name and all the additions to a king. The sway, revenue, execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours, which to confirm this coronet power betwixt you.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honoured as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron thought on in my prayers.
Oh, it's bent and drawn, make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Think'st thou that duty shall have dread to speak, when power to flattery bows?
Kent, on thy life no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being motive. Out of my sight! See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
No, by Apollo!
No, by Apollo, king! Thou swearest thy gods in vain!
Oh, vassal! Miscreant!
Yes, sir. Forbear! Kill thy physician, and the fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy doom, or whilst I can vent clamour from my throat, I'll tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me, recreant! And thy allegiance, hear me! Since thou hast sought to make us break our vow, which we durst never yet, and with strained pride to come between our sentence and our power, which nor our nature nor our place can bear, our potency made good, take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision to shield thee from diseases of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. As if thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid. And justly think'st, and hast most rightly said. And your large speeches may your deeds approve, and good effects may spring from words of love. Thus, Kent, O princess, bid you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new. Burgundy!
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, we first address towards you, who with this king hath rivaled for our daughter. What in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offered, nor will you tender less.
Right noble Burgundy, when she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now her price is fallen. So there she stands. If aught within that little seeming substance, or all of it with our displeasure pieced, and nothing more, may fitly like your grace, she's there and she is yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir. Election makes not up in such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you to avert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge her.
This is most strange, that she, whom e'en but now was your object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, the best, the dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favour. Sure, her offence must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it, which, to believe of her, must be a faith that reason, without miracle, should never plant in me.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, since what I well intend, I'll do it before I speak. That you make known it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonoured step that hath deprived me of your grace and favour. But even for want of that for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye and such a tongue, that I am glad I have not, though not to have it hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hadst not been born than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this? A tardiness in nature, which often leaves the history unspoke that it intends to do. My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
Royal king, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing! I have sworn I am firm.
I am sorry then. You have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respect and fortunes are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, most loved, despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair France.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
The jewels of our father with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know you. What you are. And like a sister, I'm most loath to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father. To your professed bosoms I commit him. But yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. So farewell to you both.
Prescribe not us our duty.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's arms. You have obedience scanted, and well are worth the want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what plighted cunning hides. Who covers fault at last with shame derides. Well may you prosper.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
That's most certain. And with you. Next month with us.
You see how full of changes his age is? He always loved our sister most, and with what poor judgment he had now cast her off appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age. Yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash. Pray you let us hit together. If our father carry his authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think of it.
We must do something. And with the heat.
Edmund, how now? What news?
So please your lordship, none.
Why so earnestly seek you to put up that letter?
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
No? What needed then that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? The quality of nothing hath not such need to hide itself. Let's see. Come, if it be nothing, I shall not need spectacles.
I beseech you, sir. Pardon me. It is a letter from my brother that I have not all o'erread, and for so much as I have perused, I find it not fit for your o'erlooking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I grow. I prosper. Now gods stand up for bastards.
If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever, and live the beloved of your brother Edgar. A conspiracy. Sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his My son, Edgar. When came you to this? Who brought it?
It was not brought me, my lord. There's the cunning of it. I found it thrown in at the casement of my closet.
You know the character to be your brother's.
If the matter were good, my lord, I dare swear it were his. But in respect of that, I would fain think it were not.
It is his.
It is his hand, my lord. But I hope his heart is not in the contents.
Had he never before sounded you in this business?
Never, my lord. But I have heard him oft maintain it to be fit that sons at perfect age and fathers declined, the father should be as ward to the son, and the son manage his revenue.
Oh, villain! Villain! His very opinion in the letter. Appalling villain! Unnatural, detested, brutish, worse than brutish. Go seek him out. I'll apprehend him, abominable villain. Where is he?
I do not well know, my lord.
He cannot be such a monster. Go, Edmund, seek him out. Wind me into him. I pray you frame the business after your own wisdom.
I shall seek him, sir, presently. Convey the business as I shall find means, and acquaint you with all.
These late eclipses in the sun and moon portend no good to us. Love cools, friendship falls off, brothers divide, in cities mutinies, in countries discord, in palaces treason, and the bond cracked twixt son and father. We've seen the best of our time. Find out this villain, Edmund. It will lose thee nothing. Do it carefully. And the noble and true-hearted Kent banished. His offence, honesty. It is strange.
are these eclipses to portend these divisions?
How now, Brother Edmund? What serious contemplation are you in?
I'm thinking, brother, of a prediction I read this other day, what should follow these eclipses.
Do you busy yourself with that?
I promise you, the effects he writes of succeed unhappily. When saw you my father last?
The night gone by.
Parted you in good terms? Found you no displeasure in him, by word nor countenance?
None at all.
Bethink yourself wherein you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence until some little time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure, which at this instant so rageth in him that with the mischief of your person it would scarcely allay.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
That's my fear. I pray you, retire with me unto my lodging, from whence I will fitly bring you to hear my lord speak. I pray you go. There's my key. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother?
I advise you to the best. I've told you what I've heard and seen, but faintly. Nothing like the image and horror of it. Pray you away.
Shall I hear from you or not?
I do serve you in this business. My practice is right easy. I see the business. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit. All with me's meat that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding of his fool?
Aye, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it!
Let me not stand! He's coming, ma'am, I hear.
Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I'd have it come to question. If he distaste it, let him to my sister. Idle old man, that still would manage those authorities that he hath given away. Now by my life, old fools are babes again, and must be used with checks as flatteries when they are seen abused.
Around? What art thou?
A man, sir.
What dost thou profess?
I do profess to be no less than a seam.
What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
Thou be as poor for a subject as he is for a king, thou art poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You.
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir. But you have that in your countenance that I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
Follow me, thou shalt serve me, if I like thee no worse. After dinner, I will not part from thee yet. Dinner! Where's my knave, my fool? Go you and call my fool hither. You sinner! Where's my daughter?
So pleased you.
What's this, the fellow man? Call the clodpole back. Where's my fool? Oh! I think the world's asleep. And now where's that mongrel?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came not the slave back to me when I called him?
Sir, he answered me in the roundest manner he would not.
Go you and tell my daughter I would speak with her. Go you, call hither my fool. Oh, you, sir, you. Come you hither, sir. Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father, my lord's knave, you horse and dog, you slave, you cur!
I'm none of these, my lord. I beseech your pardon.
You bandy looks with me, you rat.
I will not be struck, my lord!
Neither? I thank thee, fellow. Thou servest me, and I love thee!
Come, sir, arise away!
Differences! Away!
If you want me to do it,
now, my friendly neighbor, if I thank thee. There's earnest of thy service.
Let me hire him too. Here's me coxcomb.
Ah, now, my pretty knave, how dost thou?
Sirrah, you were best take me coxcomb.
Why, fool?
Why? To take in one's part that's out of favour. Nay, and thou canst not smile as the wind sits. Thou catch cold shortly. There, take me coxcomb. Why, this fella's banished 2 on's daughters and did the 3rd a blessing against his will. If I follow him, I must needs wear my coxcomb. Ah, no, uncle. Would I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters?
Why, my boy?
If I gave them all my living, I'd keep me coxcombs myself. There's mine. Beg another of thy daughters.
Take heed, sirrah, the whipper!
Truth's a dog must to kennel. He must be whipped up when the lady brat may stand by the fire and stink.
A pestilent gall to me.
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do.
Mark it, uncle. Have more than thou showest, speak less than thou knowest, lend less than thou owest, ride more than thou goest, learn more than thou trowest, set less than thou throwest, leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, uncle?
Why, no, boy. Nothing can be made out of nothing.
Prithee, tell him so much the rent of his land comes to, he'll not believe a fool.
Bitter fool.
Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet one?
No, lad, teach me.
That lord that counselled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me, do thou for him stand. The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear, the one in motley here, the other find out there.
Dost thou call me fool, boy?
All thy other titles thou hast given away. That thou wast born with.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
Uncle, give me an egg and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Well, after I cut the egg in the middle and eat up the meat, the 2 crowns of the egg. When thou closed thy crown in the middle and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass on thy back o'er the dirt. Thy little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. Fools had ne'er less grace in a year. Oh, wise men are grown foppish, and know not are their wits to wear. Their manners are so apish.
When were you wont to be so full of songs, sirrah?
I've used it, Uncle, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. For when thou gavest them the rod and putst down thine own breeches.
And now, daughter, what makes that frontlet on? Methinks you were too much elate to the frown.
Ah, thou wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her frowning. Now, thou art to know without a figure. I'm better than thou art now. I'm a fool. Thou art nothing. Yes, for soup, I'll hold me tongue so your face bids me, though you say nothing. Mum, that's a shelled peas cod.
Not only, sir, this, your all-licensed fool, but others of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought, by making this well known unto you, to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoke and done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance, which if you should, the fault would not scape censure, nor the redresses sleep, which in the tender of a wholesome weal might in their working do you that offence, which else were shame, that their necessity will call discreet proceeding.
For you know, Uncle, the hedge sparrow fed the cuckoo so long that its had its head bit off by it young. So out went the candle, and we were left darkling.
Are you our daughter?
I would you would make use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions which of late transport you from what you rightly are.
May not an ass know when the cart draws the horse? Whoop! Jug, I love thee.
Does any here know me? This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus, speak thus? Where are his eyes? Either his notion weakens, his discerning's a lethargied. Ha! Waking, 'tis not so. Who is it that can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
Your name, fair gentlewoman?
This admiration, sir, is much of the savour of other your new pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn. Epicurism and lust makes it more like a tavern or a brothel than a graced palace. The shame itself does speak for instant remedy. Be then desired by her that else will take the thing she begs, a little to disquantity your train, and the remainders that shall still depend, to be such men as may besort your age, which know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils. Saddle my horses, call my train together. General, I shall not trouble thee, yet have I left a daughter.
You strike my people, and your disordered rabble make servants of their betters.
Oh, the too late repents. Oh, sir, are you come? Is it your will? Speak, sir. Ingratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend, more hideous when thou showst thee in a child than a sea monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite! Thou liars! My train are men of choice and rarest parts, that all particulars of duty know, and in the most exact regard support the worships of their name. O most small fault, how ugly didst thou in Cordelia show, that like an engine wrenched my frame of nature from the fixed place, drew from my heart all love, and added to the gall. Oh, Lear, Lear, Lear! Beat at this gate, and let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out. Go, go, my people!
My lord, I am guiltless, as I'm ignorant of what hath moved you.
It may be so, my lord. Here, nature, here. Dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her arrogant body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teem, create her child of spleen, that it may live and be athwart disnature torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth, with cadent tears fret channels in her cheeks, turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away, away!
Oh, gossip, we adore. Whereof comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know more of it, but let his disposition have that scope as dotage gives it.
Well, 50 of my followers at a clap within a fortnight!
What's the matter, sir?
I'll tell thee. Life and death, I am ashamed that thou hast power to shake my manhood thus, that these hot tears which break from me perforce should make thee worse. Blasts and fogs upon thee. The untented woundings of a father's curse pierce every sense about thee. Old fond eyes beweep this cause again. I'll pluck thee out and cast you with the waters that you lose to temper clay. Please, is it come to this? Let it be so. Yet have I left a daughter who I'm sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear this of thee with a nail she'll flay thy wolvish visage. Thou shalt find that I'll resume the shape which thou dost think I have cast off forever. Hey!
Do you mark that?
I cannot be so partial, Goneril. The great love I bear you.
Pray you content. Lord Oswald, ho! You, sir, more knave than fool, after your master.
Knuckle Lear! Knuckle Lear, tarry! Take a fool with thee!
This man hath had good counsel. 100 knights. 'Tis politic and safe to let him keep at point 100 knights. Yes? That in every dream, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint, dislike, He may guard out his dotage with our powers and hold our lives in mercy. Oswald, I say!
Well, you may fear too far.
Safer than trust too far. Let me still take away the harms I fear, not fear still to be taken. I know his heart. What he hath uttered, I have writ my sister. If she sustain him and his 100 knights when I have shown the unfitness. What, how now, Oswald? What, have you writ that letter to my sister?
Yes, ma'am.
Get you gone. And hasten your return.
Go you before with these letters. Take my daughter no further with anything you know that comes from a demand out of the letters. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall be there for you. I will not sleep, mother, till I have delivered your letters.
No, no, my lord. This milky gentleness and course of yours, though I condemn not, yet under pardon you are much more taxed for want of wisdom than praised for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better, off we mar what's well.
Nay, then.
Well, the event.
If a man's brains were in his heels, wert not in danger of crimes, then I prithee be merry, thy wit shall not go slipshod. Oi, oi!
Ha, ha, ha.
Shall see thy other daughter will use thee kindly. Ooh. For though she's as like this as a crab's like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
Why, what canst tell, my boy?
She'll taste as like this as a crab does to a crab. I can tell why one's nose stands in the middle of one's face.
No.
Why, to keep one's eyes of either side's nose, or what a man cannot smell out, he may spy into. Yay! Woohoo!
I did her wrong.
Canst tell how an oyster makes his show?
No.
Nor I neither. But I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why, to put's head in. Not to give it away to his daughters and leave his horns without a case.
I will forget my nature, so kind a father. Be my horses ready?
Thy asses have gone about them. The reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7's a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Yes, indeed, I would make a good fool.
To take it again, perforce. Monster ingratitude.
If thou weren't my fool, Nuncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old, till thou hadst been wise.
Oh, let me not be mad. Not mad, sweet heaven, keep me in temper. I would not be mad. And now, are the horses ready?
Ready, my lord.
Come, boy.
Brother, a word. My father watches. Oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you are hid. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He's coming hither now with a knight of the haste and Regan with him. Advise yourself.
I am sure on't. Not a word.
I hear my father coming. Pardon me. In cunning, I must draw my sword upon you. Draw. Seem to defend yourself. Now quit you well.
Yield! Come before my father! Light here, ho!
Fly, brother.
Torches! Torches!
So farewell. I've seen drunkards do more than this in sport.
Father! Father! Stop! Stop!
Now, Edmund, where's the villain?
He's stood here in the dark, his sharp sword out, mumbling of wicked charms, conjuring the moon to stand auspicious mistress.
Where is he?
Look, sir, I bleed.
Where is the villain, Edmund?
Fled this way, sir, and by no means...
Pursue him, how go after? By no means what?
Persuade me to the murder of your lordship.
Not in this land shall he remain uncaught and found dispatch. Out the Duke's trumpet. I know not why he comes. All ports are bar. The villain shall not escape. The Duke must grant me that. And of my land, loyal and natural boy, I'll work the means to make thee capable.
Ah, no, my noble friend. Since I came hither, which I can call but now, I have heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance comes too short which can pursue the offender. How dost my lord?
Oh, madam, my old heart is cracked, it's cracked.
What? Did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named, your Edgar.
Oh, lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights that tended upon my father?
I know not, madam, 'tis too bad, too bad.
Yes, madam. He was of that consort.
No marvel, then, though he were ill affected. 'Tis they put him on the old man's death to have the expense and waste of his revenue. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such caution that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there.
Nor I, assure thee, Regan. Edmund, I hear that you have shown your father a childlike office.
It was my duty, sir.
He did bewray his practice and received this hurt you see striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. For you, Edmund, natures of such deep trust we shall much need. You we first seize on.
I shall serve you, sir, truly, however else.
For him I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you.
Thus, out of season, threading dark-eyed night. Occasion, noble Gloucester, is some prize wherein we must have use of your advice. Our father he hath writ, so hath our sister, of differences which either sort of fit to answer from.
Good dawning to thee, friend, out of this house.
Aye.
Where may we set our horses?
I' the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
But then I care not for thee.
If I had thee in Lipsbury pinfold, I'd make thee care for me.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
And what dost thou know me for?
Well, what a brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it 2 days since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw, you rogue, for though it be night, yet the moon shines. I'll make a sup of the moonshine out of you horse and cullionly barbermonger. Draw!
Away! I have no more to do with thee.
Draw, you rascal. You come with letters against the king. Draw, you rogue. Or I'll so carbon out of your shanks. Draw, you rascal, from your mouth. Help! Stand, rogue!
What's the matter? Hurt!
Oh, with you, goodman boy. If you please, I'll flesh you. Come on, you master!
Arms, what's the matter here? Keep peace upon your lives! He dies that strikes again! What is the matter?
The messages from our sister and the king.
What is your difference? Speak! I'm scarce in breath, my lord!
Oh, no marvel you've so bestirred your valour, you cowardly rascal!
Speak yet! How grew your quarrel?
This ancient ruffian, so whose life I have spared at suit of his grey beard.
Thou whoreson Zed, thou unnecessary letter, spear my grey beard, you wag deer!
Peace, sir! You beastly! knave. Know you no reverence.
Oh, aye, sir. But anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a slave as this should wear a sword that wears no honesty. A plague upon you, recollectic visage.
What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
No more perchance does mine, nor his, nor hers.
Well, sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I have seen better faces in me time than stands on any shoulders that I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow who, having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness, and constrains the garb quite from his nature. What was the offence you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late, to strike at me upon his misconstruction, when he, compact and flattering his displeasure, tripped me behind, got praises of the king, and in the fleshment of this dread exploit, drew on me here again.
Fetch forth the stocks, you stubborn ancient knave, you reverend braggart. We'll teach you.
Sir, I'm too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you.
Fetch forth the stocks! As I have life and honour, there shall he sit till noon.
Till noon? Till night, my lord. And all night, too.
Why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is a fellow of the self-same colour our sister speaks of. Come, bring away the stocks!
Let me beseech your grace not to do so. The king, his master, needs must take it ill that he so slightly valued in his messenger should have him thus restrained.
I'll answer that.
My sister may receive it much more worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted.
Come, my lord, away.
I'm sorry for thee, friend. 'Tis the duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor stopped. I'll entreat for thee.
Oh, pray do not, sir. I've watched and travelled hard. Some time I shall sleep out, the rest I'll whistle. A good man's fortune may grow out at heels. Give you a good morrow.
The duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be ill taken.
Edgar, I nothing am.
Hail to thee, noble master.
Makes thou this shame thy pastime?
No, my lord.
He wears cruel garters.
What's he that hath so much thy place mistook to set thee here?
It is both he and she. You are son and daughter.
No.
Yes.
No, I say.
I say yea.
No, they would not.
Yes, they have.
By Jupiter, I swear no.
By Juno, I swear I.
This mother swells up toward my heart. Stood a Capaccio down, a climbing sorrow. Thy elements below. Where is this daughter?
How chance the king comes with so small a number?
And thou'dst been setting the stocks for that question, thou'dst well deserved it.
Why, fool?
We'll set thee to school to an ant, to teach thee there's no labouring in the winter. All that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind men. And there's not a nose among 20 but can smell him that's stinking. Let go thy hold when a great wheel runs down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following. But the great one that goes upward, let him draw thee after.
Why land you this fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
Deny to speak with me! They're sick, they're weary, they've travelled all the night. Mere fetches, the images of revolt and flying off. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the duke, how unremovable and fixed he is in his own course.
Vengeance, plague, death, confusion. Fiery? What quality? Why, Gloucester, I'd speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed them, sir.
Informed them? Dost thou understand me, man?
Aye, my good
lord. The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak, commands her service. Are they informed of this? My breath and blood, The fiery Duke. The hot Duke. No, but not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity does still neglect all office whereto our health is bound. Death on my state. Wherefore should he stand here? Give me my servant forth! Go tell the Duke and his wife I'd speak with them now! Presently!
I would have all well betwixt you.
Me, my heart, my rising heart.
Try to it, Nuncle! As a cockney did to the eels when she put them in a paste alive. She napped them on the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Darn wantons, darn!" It was her brother that in pure kindness to his horse buttered his hay.
Good morrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
I am glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. I know what reason I have to think so. If thou shouldst not be glad, I would divorce me from thy mother's tomb, sepulchring and adulteress. Or are you free? Some other time for that. Beloved Regan, my sister's naught. Oh, Regan, she hath tied sharp-toothed unkindness like a vulture here. I can scarce speak to thee. Thou'lt not believe with how depraved a quality she... Oh, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope you less know how to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation.
My curses on her!
Sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore I pray you that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Ask her forgiveness. You but mark how this becomes the house. Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees, I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
But sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my train. Look black upon me. Struck me with that tongue most serpent-like upon the very heart. All the stored vengeances of heaven fall on her ingrateful top. Strike her young bones, you taking airs with lameness. Fie, sir, fie. You nimble lightnings dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes. Infect her beauty, you fen-sucked fogs. Drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blast her pride.
Oh, the blessed God, so will you wish on me when the rash mood is on?
No, Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender-hefted nature shall not give thee aught to harshness. Our eyes are fierce, but thine to comfort and not burn. 'Tis not in thee to grudge my pleasures, to cut off my train, to bandy hasty words, to scant my sizes, and in conclusion to oppose the bolt against my coming in.
Good, sir. To the purpose.
Who put my man in the stocks?
What trump is that?
I know it. My sister's. This approves her letter that she would soon be here. Is your lady come?
This is a slave whose easy, borrowed pride dwells in the fickle grace of her he follows. A varlet from my sight!
What means your grace?
Who stuck my servant? Regan, I have good hope thou didst not know it. Who comes here? Oh, heavens, if you do love old men, if your sweet sway allow obedience, if yourselves are old, make it your cause, send down and take my part. But not ashamed to look upon this beard. Regan, wilt thou take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offence that indiscretion finds and dotage terms so.
Oh, sides, you are too tough, will you yet hold? How came my man in the stock?
I says in there, sir! But his own disorders deserve much less advancement.
You did you?
I pray you, father, being weak, seems so. If, till the expiration of your month, you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me.
Return to her, and 50 men dismissed. nor rather I abjure all roofs, and choose to wage against the enmity of the air, to be a comrade with the wolf and owl. Necessity's sharp pinch return with her. Persuade me rather to be slave and sumpter to this detested groom.
At your choice, sir.
My pretty daughter, do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We'll no more meet, no more see one another. But yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or rather a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee. Let shame come when it will, I do not call it. I do not bid the thunder bearer shoot, nor tell tales of thee to high-judging Jove. Mend when thou canst, be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with weak, I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I look not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister. For those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old and so... But she knows what she does.
Is this well spoken?
I dare avouch it, sir. What, 50 followers, is it not well? What should you need of more? Yea, or so many, sith both charge and danger speak against so great a number. How, in one house, should many people under 2 commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that she called as servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If then they chance to slack ye, we could control them. If you will come to me, for now I spy a danger. I entreat you to bring but 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all!
In good time you gave it!
Made you my guardians, my depositories, but kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. What must I come to you with 5 and 20? Regan, say you so!
And speak again, my lord, no more with me.
Those wicked creatures yet do look well-favoured when others are more wicked. Not being the worst stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with thee. I've 50 yet doth double 5 and 20, and thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 5 and 20? 10 or 5? To follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you.
What need 1?
Oh, reason not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life's as cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady. If only to go warm were gorgeous, why nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, you heavens, give me that patience. Patience I need. You see me here, you gods, a poor old man, as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with noble anger, and let the women's weapons water drops stain these man's cheeks. Oh, you unnatural hags! I will have such revenges on you both that all the world... I will do such things. What they are yet I know not, but they shall be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? No, I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping, but this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws, or ere I'll weep. Oh, fool, I shall go mad.
Let us withdraw! 'Twill be a storm!
This house is little. The old man, that people cannot be well bestowed.
'Tis his own blame hath kept himself from rest, and must needs taste his folly.
For his particular, I'll receive him gladly, but not one follower.
So am I purposed. Where Where is my Lord of Gloucester?
Follow the old man forth. He has returned.
The king is in high rage.
Whither is he going?
He calls for horse, but will I know not where.
'Tis best to give him way. He leads himself.
My lord, entreat him by no means to stay.
Alack, the night comes on, and the high winds do sorely ruffle. For many miles around there's scarce a bush.
Oh, sir, to wilful men the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Tis a wild night. My Regan counsels well. Come out of the storm.
Executing fires! Bolt couriers to oak cleaving thunderbolts! Singe my white head! And now, all shaking thunder, strike back the thick rotundity of the world! Rack nature's molds! All German spill at once, that make it great for man!
Good Apple! In! Ask thy daughter's blessing! Here's a night that is neither wise men nor fools!
Rumble thy belly foul! Spit fire! Spot rain! Wait with thunder fire of my daughters! I taxed on you, you elements, with unkindness! I never gave you kingdom, called you children! You owe me no subscription! Then let fall your horrible pleasure! Here I stand, your slave! A poor, infirm, weak and despised old man!
He that has a house to put in has a good enemy!
No! I will be the pattern of all patience! I will say nothing! Are you here? Let the great gods that keep this dreadful planet on our heads find out their enemies now. I am a man more sinned against than sinning. Princess, my lord! Hard by here is a hovel! Some friendship with Atlantic against the tempest! Propose you there! My wits begin to turn. Come on, my boy! How does my boy? Untold? I'll have told myself. Where is this straw, my fellow? Come, bring us to this hovel.
Alack, I like not this unnatural dealing. They took from me the use of my own house, charged me on pain of perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, entreat for him, or in any way sustain him.
Oh, savage and unnatural!
Oh, to say you nothing. I've received a letter this night. It is dangerous to be spoken. I've locked the letter in my closet. These injuries the king now bears will be revenged home. That is part of a power already footed. We must incline to the king. I will go look for him. Go you and maintain talk with the Duke, that my charity be not of him perceived. If he ask for me, I'm ill and gone to bed. So I die for it, as no less has threatened me. The king, my old master, must be relieved. Pray you, be careful.
Here's the place, my lord! Good my lord! Enter here! The tyranny of the open night's too rough for nature to endure! Let me alone! Oh, good my lord, enter here! We're Frank! my heart! I'd rather break my own good, my lord. Enter here!
Fixed is much that this contentious storm invades us to the skin. So 'tis to thee. But where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. For on! I will endure! In such a night as this, oh, Regan, Goneril, your own kind father, whose frank heart gave you all. Oh, let my madness last, let me send that no more of that. Oh, good my lord, enter here! Prithee, go in thyself, seek thine own ease. This tempest will not give me leave to ponder on things would hurt me more. But I'll go in. In, boy, go first. Huh? You houseless poverty. Hey, get thee in. I'll pray, and then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are, that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm, how shall your houseless heads and unfed sides, your looped and windowed raggedness defend you from seasons such as these? Oh, I have taken too little care of this.
Help me! Help me!
Who's there?
A spirit!
What art thou? Let us rumble there in this floor! Come along!
Away! The foul fiend follows me through the sharp hawthorn below the cove. Go to thy cold bed and warm thee.
Hast thou given all to thy 2 daughters, and art thou come to this?
Who gives anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire and through flame, through ford and whirlpool, or bog and quagmire? Lest I find wit, Tom's a cold. Oh, Daddy!
What have his daughters brought into this house? Wouldst thou say nothing? Wouldst thou give them all?
You reserved the blanket. We'd been all shaved.
Now all the plagues that in the pendulous air hang hated on men's faults, light on thy daughters.
He hath no daughters now.
Traitor! Nothing could have subdued nature at such a lowness but his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that his bloody fathers should have thus little mercy on their flesh? Judicious punishment was this flesh begot those pelican daughters.
This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen. Obey thy parents. Keep thy words, justice. Swear not. Commit not with man's sworn spouse. Tom's a coward.
Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou is the worm no silk, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Ah! Here's Trions are sophisticated. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare, forked animal as thou art. Off! Off! Get your landings! Cap and button here!
Any luck or we can take it is a naughty night of women! Here comes a walking fire! This is the foul fiend Flibbertigibbet. He begins at curfew and walks at first cock. He gives the web and the pin, squinties the eye, makes the hair lip, mildews the white wheat, and hurts this poor creature. Poor Tom, that eats the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the wall newt and the water. Beast, smoking beast, thou fiend!
What of your grace no better company?
Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. Modo he's called, and Mahu.
Our flesh and blood, my lord, is grown so wild that you not take what gets him.
Put Tom to go.
Go in with me. I do not suffer to obey my daughter's hard commands. Though their injunction be to bar my doors and let this tyrannous night take hold on you, yet have I ventured to come seek you out and bring you where both food and fire are ready.
First, let me talk with this philosopher. What is the cause of thunder?
Oh, good my lord, take us up and go into the house.
Have a word with this same learned Theban. What is your study?
To prevent the fiend and to kill vermin.
Let me ask you one word in private.
Importune once more to go, my lord, his wits begin to unsettle. How says the king grows mad? I tell you, friend, I'm almost mad myself. I had a son, now outlawed from my blood. He sought my life, but lately, very late. I loved him, friend. No father and son dearer. What a night's this. I do beseech your grace.
Oh, pray your mercy, sir. Noble philosopher, your company. Tom's a cold.
In, fellow, there into the hall. Keep me warm.
Come, let me roll.
Oh, this way, my lord. With him.
I will keep still with my philosopher.
Oh, my lord, shoot him. Let him teach the fellow. Give you one. Sirrah, come on. Go along with us.
Come, good Athenian.
No words, no words. Hush.
Will have my revenge ere I depart this house.
Oh, my lord, I may be censured that nature thus gives way to loyalty. Something fears me to think of. This is the letter which he spoke of, which approves him an intelligent party to the advantages of France.
Go with me to the Duchess.
If the matter of this paper be certain, my lord, you have mighty business in hand.
True or false, it hath made thee Earl of Gloucester. Seek out where thy father is. He may be ready for our apprehension.
Here is better than the open air. Take it thankfully. I will piece out the comfort with what addition I can. The gods reward your kindness. I will not be long from you.
Fratoretto calls me. Tells me Nero is an angler in the lake of darkness. Pray, innocent, beware the foul fiend.
Really, uncle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
The king.
He's a yeoman that has a gentleman to his son. But he's a mad yeoman that sees his son, a gentleman, before him. Oi.
To have 1,000 with red burning spits come hissing in upon them, the foul fiend bites my back.
He's mad. Trust in the tameness of a wolf for horse's health. The boy's love for a horse oath.
It shall be done.
I will arraign them straight. Come, sit thou here, most learned justicer. Thou, sapient sir, sit here. Now, you she foxes.
Look where he stands and glares.
How do you, sir? Stand you not so amazed? Will you lie down and rest a while?
I'll see their trial first. Bring in their evidence. Thou, robed man of justice, take thy place. And thou, as yoke fellow of equity, bench by his side. You are of the commission. Sit you too.
Let us deal justly.
Arraign her first. 'Tis honourable. I here take my oath before this honourable assembly. She kicked the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress. is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it!
Cry you mercy, I took you for a joint stool.
And here's another whose warped looks proclaim what stone her heart is made on. Stop her there! Arms, sword, fire, corruption in the place! False justicer! Why hast thou let her escape?
Bless thy 5 wits.
Oh, pity. Where is the patience now that you so often boasted to retain?
The little dogs and all, Trey Blanchett's sweetheart, see they back at me!
Tom will throw his head at them. Avaunt, you curs!
Then let them anatomize Regan. See what breathes about her heart. Please. Is there any cause in nature that makes these hard hearts? You, sir, I entertain for one of my 100. Only I do not like the fashion of your garments. You'll say they are passion attire. But let them be changed.
Now, good my lord, lie here and rest a while.
Shh! Make no noise, make no noise. Draw the curtains. So. We'll go to supper in the morning.
And I'll go to bed at noon.
Friend! Where is the king, thy master?
Here, sir. But trouble him not, his wits are gone.
Good friend, I prithee take him in thy arms. There is a litter ready, lay him in it, and drive toward Dover, friend, where thou shalt be both welcome and protection. Take up thy master. If thou shouldst dally half an hour, his life with thine and all that offer to protect him stand in assured loss. Take up, and follow me that will to some provision give you quick comfort.
Blessed nature sleeps. This rest might yet have balm thy broken sinews.
Come!
Help to bear thy master, but must not stay behind.
Come away!
Who alone suffers most to the mind, leaving free things and happy shows behind. How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes me bend makes the king bow. He childed as I fathered. Tom, away. Mark the high noises and thyself bewray. What shall hap more tonight? Safe escape the king.
Seek out the traitor, Gloucester. Go! Seek the traitor! Pinion him like a thief!
Bring him before us.
Hang him instantly. Pluck out his eyes.
Leave him to my displeasure. Edmund, keep your sister company. The revenges we are bound to take upon your traitorous father are not fit for your beholden. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my Lord of Gloucester.
Farewell, sweet lord and sister.
Edmund, farewell. Who's there? The traitor.
Ingrateful fox, 'tis he.
Bind fast his corky arms. What means your graces? Good my friends, consider you are my guests. Do me no foul play, friend.
Bind him, I say!
Hard! Oh, filthy traitor.
Unmerciful lady as you are, I'm not.
This chair, bind him. villain, I shall find.
By the kind gods, 'tis most ignobly done to pluck me by the beard.
So white. Such a traitor.
Naughty lady, these hairs that thou dost ravish from my chin will quicken and accuse thee. I am your host. With robber's hands, my hospitable favours, you should not ruffle thus. What will you do?
Come, sir. What letters had you late from France?
Be simple answered, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors late-footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands you have sent the lunatic king? Speak.
I have a letter, guessingly set down, that came from one that's of a neutral heart and not from one opposed.
Cunning.
And false.
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? What's thou
Wherefore to Dover? Let him answer that!
I am tied to the stake and understand the cause.
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, nor thy fierce sister in his anointed flesh dig bore his fangs. But I shall see the winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it shall thou never, fellows. Hold the chair. Upon these eyes of thine, I'll set my foot!
He that will think to live till he be old, give me some help!
Prevent it!
Oh, cruel old ye!
Another t'other two!
You see that? Hold your hand, my lord! Better service have I never done you now than be If you did wear a beard upon that chin, I'd shake it in this corner.
Aye, villain!
Hey, then, come on! My lord, you still have one eye left to see some mischief on them.
Let it see more! Prevent it!
Vile jelly!
All dark and comfortless. Where's my son, Edmund? Edmund, enkindle all the sparks of nature to quit this hurried act.
Out, treacherous villain, thou goest on him that hates thee. It was he that made the overture of thy treasons to us, who is too good to pity thee.
Oh, my follies. Then Edgar was abused. Kind gods, forgive me that, and prosper him.
Go thrust him out of gates and let him smell his way to Dover. How is my lord? How look you?
I've received a hurt. Give me your arm.
Been your tenant, and your father's tenant, these fourscore years.
Well, get your way, good friend, be gone. Thy comforts can do me no good at all, be they may hurt.
You cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw.
How now? Who's there?
Just poor lad, Tom.
Fellow! Where goest?
Is it a beggar man?
Madman. And beggar too.
In the last night's storm I such a fellow saw, which made me think a man a worm. My son came then into my mind, and yet my mind was then scarce friends with him. I've heard more since. As flies to wanton boys are we to the gods, they kill us for their sport.
Bless thee, master.
Is that the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Get thee away. If for my sake thou wilt or take us hence a mile or twain in the way toward Dover, do it for ancient love, and bring some covering for this naked soul, which I'll entreat to lead me.
Alack, sir, he is mad.
'Tis the time's plague when madmen lead the blind. Do as I bid thee, or rather Do thy pleasure. About the rest, be gone.
I'll bring him the best pal that I have. Come on, what will?
Sit up. Naked fellow.
Poor Tom's a cold.
Come hither, fellow. Knowst thou the way to Dover?
Both stile and gate, horseway and footpath. Poor Tom has been scared out of his good wits. Bless thee, good man's son from the foul fiend.
Here, take my purse. Thou whom the heavens' plague have humbled to all strokes. Dost thou know Dover?
Aye, master.
There is a cliff whose high and bending head looks fearfully in the confined deep. Bring me but to the very brim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou dost bear with something rich about me. From that place, I shall know leading need.
Give me thy arm. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his musters and conduct his powers. I must change names at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands. This trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere long you are like to hear a mistress's command. Wear this. Spare speech. Decline your head. This kiss, if it durst speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air.
Yours in the ranks of death.
My most dear Gloucester. A difference of man and man.
Madam, here comes my lord.
I have been worth the whistling.
Oh, Gonril, you are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face.
No more. The text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness, the vile, seem vile. Filths savor but themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters, what have you performed?
Milk-livered man, that bearst a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs, that hast not in thy brows an eye discerning thine honour from thy suffering. Where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless land, whilst thou, a moral fool, sits still and cries, alack, why does he so?
Were it my fitness, let these hands obey my blood. They are apt enough to dissecate and tear thy flesh and bone.
Marry your manhood, mew!
Oh, my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead, slain by his servant going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eyes?
A servant that he bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the act, bending his sword to his great master.
This shows you're above, you justices, that these are nether crimes so speedily can venge. But oh, poor Gloucester, lost his other eye.
Both, my lord.
Did
Did my letters pierce the Queen to any demonstration of grief?
Aye, sir. She took them, read them in my presence. Now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was a queen over her passion, who most rebel-like sought to be king o'er her.
Well, then it moved her.
Not to a rage. Patience and sorrow strove who should express her goodliest. You have seen sunshine and rain at once. Her smiles and tears were like a better way. Those happy smilets that played on her ripe lips seemed not to know what guests were in her eyes, which parted thence as pearls from diamonds dropped.
It is the stars. The stars above us govern our conditions. Else oneself, mate and make, could not beget such different issues.
A century sent forth. Search every acre in the high-grown field and bring him to our eye. What can man's wisdom in the restoring his bereaved sense?
There is means, madam.
Seek! Seek for him! Let his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it! Oh, dear father, it is thy business I go about. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right.
It was great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, has gone in pity of his misery to dispatch his knighted life. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous.
I may not, madam. My lady charged my duty in this business.
Why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? But like some things, I know not what. I love thee much. Let me unseal the letter.
Madam,
I know your lady does not love her husband. I am sure of that. At her late being here, she gave strange yards and most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom.
Aye, madam.
I speak in understanding. Ya, I know it. Therefore, I do advise you take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. You may gather more. If you do find him, pray you give him this. Farewell. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Come on, sir. Here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and choughs that wing the midway air show scarce so gross as beetles. Halfway down hangs one that gathers samphire. Dreadful trade. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice. I look no more, lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong.
Set me where you stand.
Give me your hand. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge. For all beneath the moon would I not leap upright.
Let go my hand. Here, friends, another purse. In it a jewel well worth a poor man's taking. Fairies and gods prosper it with thee. Now, go thou further off. Bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going.
Fare ye well, good sir.
With all my heart. O ye mighty gods, this world I do renounce, and in your sights shake patiently my great affliction off. If Edgar live, oh bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Gone, sir. Farewell.
You, sir? Friend? Hear you, sir? Oh, speak!
Away and let me die.
Thy life's a miracle. Speak yet again.
But have I fallen, or no?
On the dread summit of this chalky bourne, look up a height. The shrill-gorged lark so far cannot be seen nor heard, or do but look up.
Alack, I have no eyes. His wretchedness denied that benefit to end itself by death.
Come on. Up.
So how is't? Feel your legs. You stand.
Too well, too well.
Who comes here?
No! They cannot touch me for coining. I am the king himself. Nature's above art in that respect. There's your press money. That fellow handles his bow like a crow keeper. Draw me a clothier's yard! Bring up the brown bills. Oh, well-flown bird. The clout, the clout. Give the word.
Sweet marjoram.
Purse?
I know that voice.
Goneril, with a white beard. They flattered me like a dog and told me I had white hairs in my beard and the black ones were there. They told me I was everything. 'Tis a lie. I am not ague-proof.
Trick of that voice I do well remember. Is not the king?
I, every inch a king. Give me an ounce of civet, good apothecary, to sweeten my imagination. There's money for thee.
Oh, let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Dost thou know me?
Remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squinny at me? Read thou this challenge. Mark but the peril.
Were all thy letters suns I could not see.
Read!
What with the case of eyes?
Oh, are you there with me? No eyes in your head, no money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light, yet you see how this world...
I see it feelingly.
What, art mad? A man may see how this world goes with no eyes. Get thee glass eyes. And like a scurvy politician, seem to see the things thou dost not. No. If thou wilt reap my fortunes, take my eyes. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. Thou must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowest the first time that we smell the air, we wail and cry. I will preach to thee.
Alack, alack the day.
When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. This is a good block. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I put in proof. And when I have stolen upon these sons-in-law, then kill! Here he is! Lay hand upon him! No rescue! You are a prisoner! I am even a natural fool of fortune. Use me well, you shall have ransom. Here, let me have surgeons. I'm cut to the brain.
You shall have anything!
Come. I am a king!
Masters, know you that?
Hey, and you get it. You shall get it by running. Sir!
Ye ever gentle gods, take my breath from me. Let not my worser spirit tempt me again to die before you, please.
Well, pray you, Father.
Now, good sir, what are you?
A most poor man, made tame to fortune's blow, who by the art of known and feeling sorrows am pregnant to good pity. Give me your hand. I'll lead you to some biding.
Hearty thanks.
That eyeless head of thine was first framed flesh to raise my fortunes.
Now let thy friendly hand put strength enough to it.
Wherefore, bold peasant, durst thou support a published traitor? Hence, let go, slave, or thou diest.
Give the letters that thou finds about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester.
What, is he dead?
Set you down, father! Rest you!
He is dead. Edmund, let our reciprocal vows be remembered. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant Goneril. Give me your hand.
To both these sisters have I sworn my love, each jealous of the other as the stung are of the adder. Which of them shall I take? Both? One? Or neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive.
Speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honored love.
Have you never found my brother's way to the forfended place?
No, by mine honor.
I never shall endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear me not.
Our very loving sister, well be met. So this I heard, the king has come to his daughter with others from the regard of our state, forced to cry out.
Why is this reason?
Combine together against the enemy, for these domestic and particular broils are not the question here.
Let's then determine with the Ancient of War in our proceeding.
Sister, you'll go with us.
No.
'Tis most convenient. Pray go with us.
I will go.
O thou good Kent, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short, and every measure fail me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is all paid. All my reports go with the modest truth. No more, nor clipped, but so.
If your grace had speech with man so poor, hear me one word. Before you fight the battle, ope this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him that brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is avouched there.
Oh, Stadel, I read the letter.
I was forbid it. When time shall serve, let but the trumpet sound, and I'll appear again.
So please your majesty, we may wake the king. He hath slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge and proceed in the sway of your own will. My dear father, restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made. He wakes. Speak to him.
Madam, do you. 'Tis fittest.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. When did you die?
Still far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I am mightily abused. I should e'en die with pity to see another thus. I know not what to say. I will not swear these are my hands. Let's see. Feel this pin prick? Wish I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hand in benediction o'er me. You must not kneel.
Pray do not mock me. I am a very foolish, fond old man, fourscore and upward, not an hour more nor less. And to deal plainly, I fear I'm not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you. And know this man. Yet I am doubtful, for I am merely ignorant what place this is. And all the skill I have remembers not these garments, nor I know not where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child Cordelia.
And so I am. I am.
Be your tears wet? Yes, Faith. I pray, weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me. For your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause. They have not.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage you see is killed in him. Desire him to go in.
Will it please your highness, walk?
You must bear with me. Pray you now forget and forgive. I'm old and foolish.
If ever I return to you again, I'll bring you comfort. Grace go with you, sir.
Give me thy hand away! King Lear hath lost, he and his daughter dead. Give me thy hand, come on!
No further, sir, a man may rot even here.
Thoughts again. Men must endure their going hence, even as their coming hither. Ripeness is all. Come on!
We are not the first who, with best meaning, have incurred the worst. For thee, oppressed king, I am cast down. Myself, good else, thou frown, false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No! 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 Come, let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds in a cage. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies and hear poor rogues talk of court news. And we'll talk with them too. Who loses and who wins. Who's in, who's out. And take upon us the mystery of things as if we were God's spies. And we'll wear out in a walled prison packs and sects of great ones that ebb and flow by the moon.
Take them away!
Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. Have I caught thee? He that parts us shall bring a brand from heaven and fire us hence like foxes. Shh. Wipe thine eyes. The good years shall devour them flesh and fell, and they shall make us weep. We'll see 'em starve first.
Come hither, Captain. Hark. Take thou this note. Go follow them to prison.
Either say thou do it or thrive by other means.
I'll do it, my lord.
About it, and right happy when thou'st done.
I cannot draw a cart nor eat dried oats, but if it be man's work, I'll do it.
Sir, you have shown today your valiant strain, and fortune led you well. You are the captives who are the opposites of this day's strife. I do require them of you, so to use them as we shall find their merits and our safety may equally determine.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention. At this time we sweat and bleed! The friend hath lost his friend! The question of Cordelia and her father requires a fitter place.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but a subject of this war, not as a brother.
He led our powers, bore the commission of my place in person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your addition.
In my rights by me invested, he compeers the best.
That were the most if he should husband you.
Just as do oft-proved prophets.
Hola, hola, that eye that told you so looked but a squint.
Lady, I am not well, else I should answer from a full-flowing stomach. General, take them my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony, dispose of them. Of me, the walls is thine. Witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him?
The let alone lies not in your goodwill,
nor in thine, lord.
Half-blooded fellow, yes.
Let the drum strike and prove my title thine.
Say yet! Hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thy attaint this gilded serpent.
An interlude.
Thou art armed, Gloucester. Let the trumpet sound!
If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, there is my pledge. I'll make it on thy heart ere I taste bread. Thou art nothing less than I've here proclaimed thee.
There's my exchange. What in the world he is that names me traitor, villain, like he lies? Called by the trumpet, he that dares approach on him, on you, who not? I will maintain my truth and honour firmly.
Let the trumpet sound!
My sickness grows upon me!
Convey to my tent. Sound, trumpet!
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself! What sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword, that if my speech offend a noble heart, thy arm may do thee justice. Thou art a traitor, false to thy gods, thy brother, and thy father.
Back do I toss these treasons to thy head. This sword of mine shall give them instant way, where they shall rest forever. Trumpet, speak!
Thou, worse than any name, read thine own evil, thou tearing lady! I perceive you know it!
Say if I do! The laws are mine, not thine. Who can arraign me for?
Close down this paper!
Ask me not what I know!
Go after her. She's desperate, governor!
What you have charged me with, that have I done, and more, much more. But what art thou?
I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. If more, the more thou hast wronged me. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son.
The wheel has come full circle. I am here.
Help! 'Tis hot. It smokes. It came even from the heart.
Who, man, speak?
Your lady, sir. Your lady. And her sister by her is poisoned. She confesses it.
I was contracted to them both. All three now marry in an instant.
Produce the bodies, be they alive or dead.
I am come to bid my king and master aye good night. Is he not here?
Seest thou this object, Kent?
Yet Edmund was beloved, the one the other poisoned for my sake, and after slew herself.
Even so. Cover their faces.
There's some good I mean to do. Quickly send, be brief in it to the castle, for my writ is on the life of Lear and on Cordelia. Take my sword, give it the captain.
They speak for thy life!
He hath commission from thy wife and me to hang Cordelia in the prison and to lay the blame upon her own despair that she foredid herself.
Gods defend her. Bear him hence a while.
Oh, you are men of stones. And I, your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead and when one lives. She's dead as earth. Lend me a looking glass. If that her breath will mist or stain the stone, why then she lives.
Is this the promised end?
Or image of that horror?
Fall and cease.
This feather stirs. She lives! If it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all sorrows that ever I have felt.
Oh, my good master.
Prithee away!
Noble Kent, your friend.
A plague upon you! Murderous traitors all! I might have saved her! Now she's gone forever. Cordelia. Cordelia. Stay a little. Huh? What is thou sayest? Her voice was ever soft, gentle, and low. An excellent thing in woman. I killed the slave that was a hanging thee.
'Tis true, my lord. We did.
Did I not, fella? I've seen the day with my good biting falchion. I would have made him skip. I am old now. And these same crosses spoil me. Who are you? Mine eyes are not of the best, I'll tell you straight. This is a dull sight. Are you not Kent?
The same. Your servant, Kent. Where is your servant, Kaiser?
He's a good fellow, I can tell you that. He'll strike and quickly, too. He's dead and rotten.
No, my good lord.
I am the very man.
Yeah, I'll see that
That
straight.
from your first of difference and decay have followed your sad steps.
You are welcome hither.
No, from mine house. All's cheerless, dark and deadly. Your eldest daughters have foredone themselves and desperately are dead.
Aye, so I think. He knows not what he says. And vain is it that we present us to him. Very bootless. You lords and noble friends know our intent. What comfort to this great decay may come shall be applied. For us, we will resign during the life of this old majesty to him our absolute power. Oh, see, see. And my poor fool is hanged. No life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life, and thou no breath at all? I'll come no more. Never. You undo this button. Thank you, sir. You see this? Look on her. Look, her lips. Look there. Look there. He faints. My lord. My lord.
Break heart. I pray thee.
Look up, my lord.
Vex not his ghost, or let him pass. He hates him that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer.
He's gone, indeed.
The wonder is he hath endured so long. He but usurped his life. I have a journey, sir. Shortly to go. My master calls me. I must not say no.
This sad time, we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.